I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. In Sullivan County, Judge Michael McGuire will ultimately decide whether a convicted felon and local hotel owner should be sent to state prison. A court hearing was held today in the case of Joseph Naughton, the owner of the Western Hotel in Callicoon. He had served 6 months in county jail for criminally negligent homicide for the fatal shooting of hotel bartender Lori Schubler in 2008. Authorities determined Naughton was drunk and discharged a gun inside the hotel, fatally wounding Schubler. But the judge could give Naughton, who's on felony probation, some state prison time after he was caught in a state police sting last month for selling alcohol to minors. Next to the construction site, officials and community members gathered Thursday for a ceremony to formally kick off construction of a new Middletown elementary school that will replace the adjacent Chorley School. And while the mood at the event was positive, continuing to hang over the project is the school district's battle with the city of Middletown. They've been locked in a nasty legal fight over whether the district should foot the bill to replace or repair a sewer main that would serve the new school. A judge ruled in the district's favor, but Mayor Joe DeStefano is still weighing a possible appeal.
We have disagreed on the size of the school and who's going to pay for the sewer line, and that issue might continue. But today is a celebratory day that the Middletown School District will be getting a new school, and we'll argue the other points out later on.
Middletown School Superintendent Ken Eastwood says continuing the legal fight will stand in the way of progress.
I only wish that the mayor would just make a statement relative to the fact that he's going to move forward. He seems to not have done that. He continues to want to hold us hostage in an appeal process, which, based on my readings of the decision, would be, for a better term, a waste of money.
Chorley School opened in 1967 but has been plagued by roof leaks and other structural and design flaws. The new school is due to open by the start of the 2013-2014 school year. Well, this was the scene along the Pinekill Creek in Westbrookville back on March 11th. It was the latest in what's been a series of floods that have made life miserable for many of those who live near the creek along the Orange-Sullivan County border. On April 6th, a representative of the State Department of Environmental Conservation will pay a visit to the site to determine if the state can undertake any kind of flood relief project for that area. Local officials in the towns of Deer Park and Mamakating say dredging out the creek would greatly reduce the threat of more flooding. Family, friends, and teammates came to St. Mary's Church in Marlboro yesterday to say goodbye to Carmen Congelli during funeral services for the 17-year-old Marlboro High School basketball star. Carmen lost a 30-month-long battle with cancer last Saturday. People spoke often of her courage and spirit during her fight against the disease that would ultimately take her life. Congelli was buried wearing her number 7 basketball jersey and with basketballs signed by teammates and friends.
If the legislature fails to pass a budget on time, the government will not have the funds to operate, and it may be forced to shut down.
And on the heels of Governor Andrew Cuomo's threat of a government shutdown, there is word out of Albany that state lawmakers are close to agreement on a new state budget. Cuomo has been pressing lawmakers to get a deal done by next Friday, the April 1st deadline, and he wants the spending plan to include no new taxes and major cuts to close a $10 billion budget gap. Reports are some of the $1.5 billion education aid cuts could be restored. Last year, the state budget was 125 days late. Sunshine will dominate our weather tomorrow, but that does not mean it will be warm. Saturday will be mostly sunny and chilly, with temperatures rising to only around 40 degrees. Temperatures will only reach 40 degrees again Sunday, with a mix of sun and clouds in the forecast. Get caught up on all that is happening by picking up weekend editions of the Times-Herald Record, and stay on top of news when it breaks right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.